6, welcome to Beluga's Bubble. In the following video, we'll be reading Chapter 4 of The Zone, Train Trouble. Featuring Grace as the lady, Olivia as Lizzie, Kian as the uniformed man, O'Day as Jack, Josiah as Luke, Mrs. Covington as narrator, and Sienna as MC. We hope you enjoy it.
Chapter 4, Train Trouble. The lady had a kind smile, Jack thought, and her brown eyes were bright and lively. The beret perched on her frizzy black hair made her seem free-spirited and kind of hip for a woman in her 30s. Still, he wasn't sure he trusted her. Why was she so eager to help a pair of strangers? She didn't know anything about them. Lizzie, however, seemed happy to accept her offer.
Okay,
She grinned.
we can be your niece and nephew.
The lady beamed.
Very good. Now leave talking to me. I'm Margaret, by the way, and you are?
The policemen were very close now, and Jack could hear them interrogating the passengers in the next compartment.
We're...
Lizzie began, then stopped herself. The police would be looking for Amy and Eric. They needed new names. But there was no time to come up with any because just then the compartment door slid open and 3 uniformed men entered.
Your name?
Asked one of them sharply.
Margaret Scotia.
Said the lady with impressive smoothness.
And these are my niece and nephew. We're on a trip to see the sight of York, aren't we, children? ID cards, please.
Snapped the man. Margaret showed hers.
I'm afraid the children don't have their cards with them.
She explained.
I can vouch for them. Everyone must have ID cards, including minors. That's the norm. I realise that, officer.
Said Margaret.
And I do apologise. We were in such a hurry when we left the house this morning that we forgot them. Now, you're not going to be beastly about this, are you? We were in our holiday before it even got started.
The policeman ignored her. He went closer to Jack and Lizzie and pulled a sheet of paper out of his pocket. Jack saw it showed sketches of 2 faces that looked uncomfortably like him and Lizzie. A witness, maybe Watchmeister Weber, must have described their appearance to an artist.
You two look very much like the young people we're looking for,
said the policeman. Jack tensed, readying himself to make a run for it. Suddenly Lizzie erupted in a torrent of angry German. It began with,
Kennt die Margaret, warum das und dieser Mann so an?
which Jack understood to mean.
Auntie Margaret, why is this man staring at us?
She then continued with increasing speed and volume, working herself up into a spitting rage. The outburst startled the policeman, but Margaret took it in her stride.
It's all right, my dear.
She persuaded Lizzie.
I'm sure that wouldn't be necessary.
Then she turned to the policeman.
I'm very sorry, officer. I should have explained. My niece and nephew are actually from Berlin. They flew in yesterday as guests of my good friend, Rich Marshal Herman Goering, who is visiting General Amy. Arrest the children if you must. However, I should warn you that my niece is sure to complain vigorously about such treatment to the Rich Marshal. He is quite a temper, as you can see, and it might be rather embarrassing for General Amy if it gets out that the Rich Marshal's guests are locked up. Don't you think?
The policeman swallowed.
Please accept my apologies, madam.
He said with a bow before he and his colleagues hastily departed. After the door had closed, Lizzie burst out laughing.
Margaret, you are wonderful. So are you, my dear.
The lady smiled.
That was very quick thinking on your part.
You took a big risk for us.
Jack said to Margaret. Why?
Because I feel sorry for you.
She replied.
I know it must be hard living in the zone, and I don't blame you for wanting to escape. But one thing we have better food rations there. Speaking of which, you two looking in desire need of some decent grub. Can I treat you to something in the restaurant car?
As she said this, Jack's stomach made a loud rumbling sound. It was the mention of food that had set it off. Lizzie broke once more into peals of laughter, as did Margaret.
I was right, wasn't I?
She gawped.
Come on, you two.
Half an hour later, Jack and Lizzie were smiling serenely, having downed a plateful of corned beef fritters with boiled carrots and beans, followed by a generous helping of ginger pudding.
You two look as if you enjoyed that.
Smiled Margaret, and she opened her bag.
Oh, bother.
She said.
I've forgotten my purse. Don't worry, we can pay.
Offered Lizzie. Jack wasn't sure they could. They had just 18 Reichmarks left and needed to pay for accommodation when they got to York.
No, I absolutely insist.
Said Margaret.
This was my treat, remember?
She stood up.
I shan't be long.
When she left, Jack and Lizzie stared through the window, watching the endless fields of hedgerows fly by.
I wish she was really my aunt.
Sighed Lizzie.
She's so lovely.
Jack was inclined to agree. He'd been wrong to doubt Margaret. She'd saved them just now, and soon, thanks to her, they'd be arriving in York. The mission would soon be over. His dad would be rescued. He looked at his companion of the past 2 days. The low February sun was shining on her pale blonde hair. Her face, as always, radiated strength and purpose. There was one of self-doubt he glimpsed in his mother's eyes. What drove this girl, he wondered.
Lily,
He said quietly.
Yes?
why were you so determined to go on this mission? I am doing it for my dad, but what about you?
Same reason.
She replied, and her eyelids suddenly crackled with anger and bitterness.
What do you mean?
My dad will be on the same prison ship as yours, all because of my mum betrayed him to the Nazis. He was forced into hiding because of anti-Nazi activity, but Mum told him where to find him. She did it to prove her loyalty to the Beluga gang. I'll never forgive her for that.
Jack recalled Lizzie's final active words to her mother before she stormed out of her office. I hate you. You've betrayed your country. You've wrecked our family. Now he had understood her anger and why she was there. Margaret returned and paid the bill. Then the three of them left the restaurant car. They were returning to their compartment when they encountered a man coming the other way along the narrow corridor. He was tall and blonde with round lens glasses, and he seemed in a hurry. As he passed Jack, he shoved him roughly to one side.
Excuse me?
Said Margaret loudly. But the man didn't stop or apologise. He just continued on his way. As they entered the compartment, Jack immediately sensed that something was wrong. The canvas bag on his shoulder felt light, too light. He checked inside and got a terrible shock.
The flask.
He croaked.
It's gone.
Your drinking glass?
Inquired Margaret.
It's terribly important to me.
He stammered.
It was that horrid man.
Cried Lizzie, rising to her feet.
He must have nabbed it when he barged past you. But why would he?
Began Margaret.
Never mind.
Interjected Lizzie.
You must go after him now.
She ran back out of the corridor, followed by Margaret. Jack patted his jacket pockets, just to make absolutely sure the flask wasn't there. It wasn't, but something else was. In his right pocket he found a piece of paper with some writing on it. The note read, I am on your side. Do not trust the lady. Come to coach C, second compartment from the end. I'll explain everything. The man must have put the note there, his mind whirling at the sudden turn of events. Jack left the compartment and hastened after Lizzie and Margaret. He no longer knew who to trust, who to believe. Lizzie might be able to help, if he could only get her on her own. He headed back towards the restaurant car near the rear of the train, but couldn't find Lizzie or Margaret anywhere. A nightmarish image flashed through his mind that Margaret throwing Lizzie from the train. Finally, he decided to turn around and head for coach C. It might be a trap, of course. On the other hand, what did he have to lose? The flask was gone. Maybe this fellow could help him. The man was alone in his compartment when Jack got there.
What did you do with the flask?
Jack demanded. The man looked shocked.
You mean it's gone?
Jack nodded.
Well, I promise you, I didn't take it.
He fixed Jack with a pair of pale blue eyes. The glasses gave him an honest, mild-mannered appearance. He looked like a young schoolmaster or librarian.
It must have been that woman.
He said.
I had a bad feeling about her, and it seems I was right.
Who are you?
Asked Jack.
I'm Luke.
He said.
Listen, Jack, I'm frightfully sorry about earlier, shoving you like that. I couldn't think of how else to make contact.
How do you know my name?
Scowled Jack.
I'm a fellow member of the Resistance.
Said Luke.
My job is to make sure you and Lizzie and the five from the get safely to York.
Why should I believe you?
Your father has just been picked up by the Gestapo, and your mother was killed early on in the war. The hot tender you're with is Lizzie Barnes, and she should be in school right now. Her mother, Rachel, was worried sick about her.
Luke smiled.
Sounds about right.
Hearing this, Jack felt himself start to relax. The man knew too much. He had to be genuine.
I'm on your side, Jack.
Said Luke.
But that woman you've befriended is most definitely not. She must have stolen the flask from your hands.
It was while we were eating.
Jack interrupted, as it suddenly dawned on him what must have happened.
I was enjoying the food so much I didn't notice her take it. Then she told us she'd got in her purse and she went back to the compartment. She must have taken the flask with her and hidden it.
Jack stood up.
I'm going to get it back.
Good man.
Grinned Luke.
A word of warning, though. The woman must be a Nazi spy, and they tend to be very well trained. She may seem harmless, but she's not, so be careful. Whatever you do, don't let on you know the truth about her. Just keep acting as if you think she's on your side. If you need me, you know where I am.
Jack found Margaret and Lizzie in Coach E, searching compartments.
What happened to you?
Demanded Lizzie.
I lost you.
Jack faltered.
Have you found that man yet?
Lizzie sighed and shook her head.
We've looked everywhere.
Said Margaret.
And we have to keep looking.
Said Lizzie.
He must be on the train. We'll search every compartment until we find him. Coming, Eric?
Yes, but first I need the toilet. I'll catch you up.
Jack dashed back to their compartment in coach F, sliding the door closed behind him. After checking there was no one in the corridor outside, he pulled Margaret's suitcase down from the overhead rack and opened it. His heart was beating like a wild bebop drummer as he rummaged through her clothes. Then his fingers closed something hard and cylindrical. The flask! He let out a shocked breath. So Luke was right. Footsteps were coming down the corridor. Lizzie and Margaret were heading this way. Jack's hands shook as he hastily shoved the flask back into his bag and closed Margaret's suitcase and returned it to the rack. The door opened.
I thought you went to the toilet.
Said Lizzie.
Where's Margaret?
Said Jack.
Checking out the other compartments. Why?
Jack pulled her inside and slid the door shut.
Hey, what are you doing?
Protested Lizzie.
Look,
He hissed, showing her the flask.
I found it in Margaret's luggage.
Lizzie's eyes widened and her jaw went slack. Suddenly the door slid open. Jack quickly hid the flask behind his back as Margaret stepped in.
We'll surely be arriving at York.
She told them.
I'm so sorry we weren't able to find your flask, Eric. Perhaps if we were very quick about getting off the train, we'll spot the thief.
Jack bit his lip, stopped it trembling.
It's all right, Margaret.
He said.
It was only a flask of coffee. I'm not too bothered about it, really. But thanks for helping me try to find it.
What's he hiding behind your back, Eric?
Asked Margaret with a puzzled smile.
It's,
He remembered Luke's words. Whatever you do, don't let on you know the truth about her. She reached behind him and plucked it from his hand.
Is this the flask you lost? But I don't understand.
Yes, you do.
Snarled Lizzie.
We found it in your luggage.
She snatched it from Margaret's fingers and returned it to Jack.
Now, would you like to explain how it got there?
Margaret became very pale and still. The train was slowing. The shadow of a giant glass and iron roof of the York station fell across them, dimming the light in the compartment. Jack opened his mouth but couldn't speak. He waited for the evil Nazi spy woman to pull out her gun.
Someone must have placed it there.
Said Margaret.
Spare us your lives, lady.
Said Lizzie, her voice flat and weary with disappointment.
Just tell us why you did it.
I didn't.
Come on, Jack.
Said Lizzie, barging past Margaret and into the corridor.
Wait!
Cried Margaret.
Look, I'll admit I've not been completely honest with you, but if we did,
Jack didn't linger to hear any more. He followed Lizzie along the corridor to the exit, and the two of them stepped down onto the platform. They had the flask back, and that was what mattered. Ahead of him, Jack glimpsed the tall, blonde figure of Luke, striding through the disembarking crowd. He saw him stop outside the cafe, where he shook hands with another man. Jack felt an unpleasant prickling in his scalp as he watched them start to converse. The man Luke was talking to was wearing an armband. On the armband was a Nazi swastika. Luke took something out of his pocket to show the man. The sight of it made Jack gasp in horror. He tugged at Lizzie's sleeve. She gave a start when she saw who he was pointing at.
it's that man who pushed you.
She cried.
He's showing the Nazi guys to me. It looks like oh no.
It's the Python.
Said Jack. He grabbed the flask from his bag. It felt lighter than usual. Why hadn't he noticed that before? His fingers clumsily and with nerves, he unscrewed the base. The Firetron was gone.
So he did steal it.
Said Lizzie.
Then he must have placed the flask in Margaret's suitcase so she got blamed. You two look as if you had an awful shock.
Said Margaret, stepping down from the train.
Did one of those men steal the Firetron by any chance? Yes!
Lamented Lizzie.
I'm so sorry for blaming you. It's quite alright.
Said Margaret.
I'm sure you have done the same in your shoes. I had a tough assignment too. I was told to help you without letting you know I was a member of the resistance. Security reasons, you understand. Well, I suppose we'd better get the Firetron back.
By now the men had parted. Luke had joined the queues at the taxi rank. The man with the swastika armband was strolling away in the opposite direction.
Did you see if he gave the Firetron to the Nazi?
Asked Lizzie.
No.
Groaned Jack.
Which one of them has it, do you think?
Wondered Margaret.